All right, let's see the build up. Come on, let's bring it. Woo! So one of the last things I need to do now is have a listen to the tracks in the car and get more of a realistic image as to how the mixes sound compared to what I thought when I was listening to them on headphones in my room, because I know the space itself isn't very conducive to getting a proper image of the songs, and I've had to work around that and try to not be too critical with my decision making, because I know my ears are probably deceiving myself. But the best thing I can do right now is see how it sounds like in the car, see how it sounds like on Apple earbuds and like a little radio box, just to get different kind of reference points to understand what I've done well, what I can improve on, and it'll just help me get more of an honest depiction of how I've done so far. And I think it'll be nice to just be able to listen to the music and not have to be so technical and think too hard about it. I've taken a bit of time away from the songs before listening to them today, and I think that will help give me a new perspective and reset my ears. Let's have a listen and see the harsh realities. Ooh, the kick and bass are hitting. Let's go. The harmonies sound a lot better now. There's still a lot more to improve, but yeah, the guitar sounds a bit, yeah. Not bad. Initial thoughts, really enjoyed it. I think I'm really proud of the harmonies and how they've come along. I remember when I first started mixing them, they just sounded awful. I'm proud of how I got the drums to kind of hit. They could definitely be better. I think everything could be better, so I'm not gonna start criticizing it. But I think overall there's a vibe to it, emotion and momentum, and it doesn't really get stale or boring. You can hear most of the parts. There's a bit muddy and there's a lot that needs to be kind of carved out, I think. But hey, like, hell yeah, I'm super proud of that. I can't really hear the keys. Yeah. And the synths don't really cut through a bit more. Yeah. And the vocals probably a bit too dry. Woo! I didn't realize the drums started to speed up a bit, but it's alright. Alright, let's go. That was probably the most balanced. I didn't realize the drums moved as quickly as I thought. It kind of feels like it's a bit ahead of the beat. It could be good for the actual song itself, so I'm not gonna come down on it too hard. The harmonies were a bit too far back. I think I probably need to automate that a bit better. It's cool, it's a vibe, it does its thing, it's short. I'd probably do a couple more effects on the vocals. It felt a bit too kind of bedroomy and dry. Which I like the dryness, but maybe it needed a bit more width and space to it. Hey, I'll take that. We take that. All right, let's slow it down. Bring in an acoustic song. Where do I start? You see, I'm so scared of regret. Across these lines. I like the harmonies, but the acoustic is so mid-range right now. It's like giving me a bit of a headache. It's very the bass heavy and MIDI and like assaulting my ears. And I can't hear the synths again. It's too far back. Harmony's a bit too far back as well. Those are okay. I think it's very MIDI and bass heavy. I don't know, I just felt like my ears were being compressed. I don't know if that makes sense, but that stood out to me the most. I really enjoyed the build up and how it was starting to like create that really nice kind of crescendo by the end of it, and then the release for the end. But then with all that bass and mid-range, it didn't really give it that release that you could feel. You could feel like it was still kind of up in your face. So that's interesting. I would probably want to retrack the vocals for that more so than any of the other songs so far, because I feel like I can get more emotion and more feeling out of that take. I think it might have been a combination of some emotional takes and some kind of like, I need to get this done, that feeling. Yeah, definitely more improvements could be done for that song, but I'm proud of seeing what I've achieved so far. So, all right, let's pick up the tempo again.
To be seen bleeding from a shot in the heart. We used to throw aeroplanes. I never answered a call.
Harmonies are nice. All right, second verse. Come on, let's go. This gives a real nice kind of driving, cruising feel. I like it. I didn't get to build up as much as I'd like. Harmonies are nice again. What are my thoughts on it? I think it captured that really cruisy kind of vibe. The bass was a bit too much and too intense again. I think there was some synth parts that were quiet. That's what I'm finding out consistently, that I'm missing out on those synths. And the big thing for me was those impacts from the intro into the first verse. The rise up and the build up with the drums, I didn't really hit as hard as I'd like to. It kind of felt, it went up a little bit and then plateaued, so a bit sad. Oh well. What can I do? This is going to be the last song.
Could barely open up my eyes, too afraid to ask you why. I'd rather pretend I'm strong. To think we both are happy.
Ooh.
Without it on the phone.
Nice.
We so wrong. Delusions was track this alone.
Yeah, harmonies, okay?
This hour you're gone. Both are happy.
All right, I'm happy with that.
With static on the phone.
Yeah, the drums sound a bit too...
We just started
whatever.
stacking pieces.
It's meant to create that impact.
Another
All right, let's see the build up.
to think we both were happy. With static on the phone.
Come on, let's bring it.
We just started stacking pieces.
Woo! I am definitely the most proud of that one. And you know what? When I'm thinking about it now, that was the last song that I did out of the 5. And that was an accumulation of all the knowledge and all the work that I'd done up until that point. And I think it really shows. The harmony sounded tight. The vocals sounded a lot better. Kick and the bass were still muddy. I think that just seems to be an overall issue. But everything just sounded a lot more cohesive and it all made sense. And it was arranged nicer and it was mixed better. And I think that was just a testament to the fact that prior to doing this song, I had 4 other songs to test run with. And I'm sure the next batch of songs will compound on the songs that I've done so far and the skills that I've built so far, and will carry that through into the next set of songs. So yeah, wow. I'm super proud of that. There's some key things, consistent things that seem to have happened throughout. Issues with the synth, acoustic guitar recording style could be changed and mixing probably a lot better. Some vocal parts need to probably be re-recorded and be a bit more emotional. It's lacking some of that emotion that I know I can bring to the song, and I know the songs need. But overall, I'd say I'm very proud. I am very proud. This whole album recording journey process is just beginning. Start writing the next couple of songs and try to figure out the concept for the album. I know some of these songs are probably just going to be singles, and nowadays when you release music, you have to do it in singles first, just for how distribution works. So I've never really thought too far ahead about that. My primary focus is now just creating songs. Hopefully there's some kind of running theme throughout some of the songs that I can put together and make an EP out of. I also want to release some of these songs out on YouTube and maybe SoundCloud. They're not going to be official releases because I think they're still definitely demos and there's still a lot more work that needs to be done, but I've received a lot of really heartfelt messages and really supportive messages of people that are either on that journey as well, or they're just really enjoying following along and just seeing the process from another perspective. So I thought I'd share at least some of these demos with you guys on YouTube, and then once I have an official release for the actual songs that I want to publish onto Spotify and other channels, then it'd be cool to do a bit of a comparison to see what the demo sounded like when I uploaded it and what the final result ended up sounding like. So I think that's a little cool thing that you guys get to come along for, and this is a part of the journey and this is a big part of this process. So I don't want to start hiding the music, even if I'm not 100% happy with it. I think it's a good way to checkpoint and bookmark the process along this journey that I've achieved and reflect on how much work I've done so far and be proud of it. I just want to thank you guys for being so supportive and being so on board with this journey. Even if it's just helped one person, or even if one other person finds it entertaining and enjoyable, I know it's worthwhile doing. And I really love reflecting back on the videos I've done so far just to see where I was at. And that's a part of any kind of learning experience, no matter what it is, creative or not creative. You have to go through a journey, you have to go through a process, and it's going to start at a certain point, and hopefully with consistency and self-awareness and self-reflection, it will just show how much of an improvement you've made. And nothing comes easy, and if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I'm gonna keep working as hard as I can. I'm gonna keep trying. I've got some really interesting plans for the future, but for now, let's just keep going one day at a time and really trying to create the best music I possibly can. Thanks, guys.